Let's see what happens when we fight the Wither. Oh, yes. Okay, gamers, today we are in Minecraft. Why? Because I'm doing a mod review. Whoa! This is a review of the Jujutsu Craft mod. If you don't know what this is, it's a mod based off of the anime Jujutsu Kaisen. If you haven't watched it, it's very good. You should go and watch it. But the person who created this mod has added in a lot of the different cursed techniques, cursed spirits, abilities, items, weapons, all of that stuff directly from the show into Minecraft, and that's what I'm going to be reviewing just a little bit today. All right, and so before we start, the mod has two versions. One is what I'm playing in right now, which is the newest version, which is 1.20.1. However, there is a 1.16.5 version. That was the main mod before it got updated. So this is still a really viable option if you have an older mod pack that you want to play with. That aside, let's get into the mod. So I have this beautiful wall showcasing all of the things that we're going to be going through today. This is not even close to everything that's in this mod. In fact, let me just go through. We've got this item, we've got all of these cursed spirits and things, all of this armor, all of these cool weapons. There ain't gonna be time for that in this video. Instead, we're just gonna go over a couple of the curse techniques, and if you guys like the video and subscribe, I will continue to do a few more like showcases. So when you start off with the mod, you'll spawn with this item. This is the Cursed Technique Changer. When you right click this, you can see we have a whole bunch of cursed spirits, users, sorcerers, all of them that you can turn into. And something that's really nice, it is work in progress, but there is a random option. So if you wanted to be a random sorcerer, like on a server, that's possible too. The other item that you spawn with is the insect. Now, what makes this guy special is that he actually will get rid of any hunger that you will feel in the game. The reason that's important is because a lot of these abilities, they use a lot of hunger, and all your moving around and fighting also uses a lot of hunger, and there's really no time at all to eat any sort of food. When you just right click and eat it, you'll get the achievement, but you have infinite hunger basically, or infinite food, so you don't have to ever eat again. Now let's start with the Curse Technique Changer. We've got a lot of different things we can be here, and I'm going to actually start off with Yuji Itadori. You can see now that I've chosen a class, I have something on my screen. I have Curse Power, Attack, Cost, and that little stamina bar. The first thing we'll look at is the little stamina bar. So there's different moves that you can do in this, and one of them is called a backstep. So if you hold S while hitting spacebar, you can see I did a big jump backwards and the stamina bar went down 1. So that's just kind of a backstep. We can look at it like this, and you can see I do a little back roll because I'm so athletic. You can chain this together as much as you want, but it will stop once you run out of stamina. Now the next thing is the Cursed Power. So every cursed user, cursed spirit, sorcerer, etc. has a certain base level of power, and that level of power can grow as you play and level up. As Yuji, my Cursed Power is only 600, but that's more than enough for a guy that pretty much just uses his fists all the time. I also have a bunch of permanent boosts. I have Resistance 2, Health Boost 2, and Strength 4. So if I pop into survival mode, you can see I've got 4 extra hearts. When I run pretty fast, just normally, which is pretty good. And I have a lot more strength. So let's see if I can find someone to punch. And 13 damage per one hit. And when you crit that, you get up to 19.5. That's pretty crazy for barehanded. Does that stack with a diamond sword? Yes, it does. Now we'll go into the different attacks. So there's a bunch of different keybinds in this, and to get to those, just go to your controls, options, controls, keybinds, and scroll down to the Jujutsu Craft category, and you can see there's a bunch of different keys here. I have rebound a couple of the keys, so they might not match yours, but for me, if I hit the Z key, you can see down on the bottom that it's changing from my different attacks. So as Yuji, I have Attack, Knockback Attack, and Barrage Attack, which we can see all of their damages here in a second. To use these, I have the R key bound. So if I hit R, you can see we did a punch attack, and that did 25.3 damage. So if you remember, our base punch is only 13, and our crit is 19.5. But if I use the Curse Energy and hit for 24.2, that's a lot more damage. Now, if we look at the next attack, Knockback Attack, we do this, You can see it takes a little longer to charge up. It does more damage, and you can see it's jiggling him a little more, so it is knocking him back. If I spawn in a poor defenseless victim here and use this, you can see how far he flew. He didn't have enough health to survive that, but you can see how that can be kind of useful. The next one is Barrage Attack. This one's kind of self-explanatory, but it's just a bunch of attacks in quick succession. You can see that there was a lot of damage there. Ooh, and look at that smooth animation with a kick and a punch. And you may be asking yourself, whoa, Bandit, why do I use that when I can just punch people and use my sword? Well, the reason you want to use these cursed attacks is because they have a chance to land a black flash. If you haven't watched the show, a black flash is pretty much an attack that hits the soul of the person that they're fighting. It does massive amounts of damage. It does a cool flash effect. It's really cool. When using your cursed attacks like this, or any physical attacks, so punch, knockback, barrage, there's a few others as well, there's a small chance that they can hit a black flash, which will do massive damage and put you into the zone. Oh my gosh, I just learned something new about this mod. You can actually charge up your punch attack. So if I hold my attack key, which remember is R, you can see it's taking up some cursed energy. I get this cool effect, and if I let go, 44 damage instead of the 25, so it almost doubles the damage for just holding it. I also know that if you do these charge attacks, it greatly increases the chance that you do a black flash. So charging increases the chance, but there's also another way to increase the chance of your black flash happening, and that is to be a little hurt. So to get low here, I got myself a bunch of potion of harmings, and I'm just gonna drink them. And that barely did anything. This is gonna be harder than I thought. So I fear I wasn't able to do the black flash on the dummy, so I'm gonna spawn in some grade 3 cursed spirits and fight them, and hopefully I get something good. Oh, I'm kind of strong for them. There we go, we just hit it. All we had to do was that. So that's what a black flash looks like. When you do that, you actually get put into the zone, which is something from the anime. And what happens when you're in the zone is you get an increased chance in landing a black flash. And so with Itadori, that's gonna be, you can see I just did it again. The other thing is that it'll give you some curse power, so it'll give you 200 extra curse power to your reserve. It doesn't go over your max, but it kind of fills it back up. Your curse power recovers faster, you just do more damage just in general. So if we go ahead and punch the dummy with our fist, we can see we're doing 22 now a hit. And if we charge this up, we do 74 instead of 44. Although we did also level up. You can see our curse power down below is up a little bit higher. That's because we've killed enough cursed spirits that we've actually increased our level. We can look here in the chat for all the things that just happened from just fighting those cursed spirits. So I got the Black Flash achievement. This achievement also increases the chances of you getting a Black Flash just in general as well. I mastered Simple Domain, which is a new thing we'll talk about, and I upgraded in Sorcerer skill. So I was a grade 4 Sorcerer, and now I'm a grade 3 Sorcerer, which is why I have more curse power. I've also got the reverse curse technique level 1. So this happens when you're close to death, or it gives you a chance when you go into the zone, but it unlocks the ability to use reverse curse techniques. For Itadori, there's not much there except cursed healing. So if I take some damage here from this guy, so this guy's doing a little bit of damage. If I hold my M key, you can see I gain health back and my curse power goes down. So that's the reverse curse technique. It's basically heals any damage that you've been taken. So we can just hold that and see we've just gone back up. So pretty nice. Let's take care of this guy. I guess one other thing to note, you can see I have more hearts now. That comes with grading up in sorcerer level. If I actually take this guy over here, this is a grade up recommendation. When I click this guy, it actually increases my grade as a sorcerer. And so you can, if I do this, you can see I've gone up to a semi-grade 2, and my curse power is increasing because the max has increased, which is pretty cool. I also got more health. I assume I got stronger. Yep, definitely got a lot stronger. And things also cost a little less curse power to use, although Itadori's is 0 for everything. But so that's Itadori for now. If you've seen the anime, you know that Itadori does have a little special something in his head. We're not going to talk about that in this video. If you guys want to see me do a Sukuna review, leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments if there's anyone here in particular that you want me to go over. But until then, the next one that I want to go over is Megumi. Megumi is a really cool character. When you choose him, you get his hairstyle, so you can rock the look. You also get a black sword. This is a curse tool that does 5 attack damage and a little bit of speed, so you can see we're doing 27.6, which is a little more than our bare fist. So I've gone ahead and made myself a grade 1 sorcerer for this. I don't know how to go back down in grade, so we're just gonna max it out on grade 1. You can see with Megumi, that gives him an extra full row of hearts. Weird. All right, I did just have to kill all the entities because there was a massive battle going on. So we did lose our things over here, but that's okay. So I am Megumi Fushiguro. He does have the standard attack. All of them do. So there's nothing special there. The cool thing about Megumi, if you've seen the show, he's got summons, and we can actually use all of them in this mod, which is crazy. So I've got Divine Dog White. If I hit the R key, we've got a cool little animation, and this doggy comes on out and starts fighting. You can see he's doing a lot of damage just constantly, which is awesome. Cancel that to get rid of him. So he does about 40.4 damage, and he just kind of attacks on his own, which is cool. Just quick side tip, if you want to scroll up instead of down in your list, if you hold shift and then do your toggle key, it goes in the other direction. The next thing we have is the Divine Dog Black, which is pretty much the same exact thing. He looks a little cooler, but he's very cute. Oh, and he can do that as well. But he does about the same amount of damage as the white. So we can cancel that. The next one we have is Nue, which is a really cool... Oh, why are you fighting me? Okay, so I just forgot. This is something that he must have added to the mod. In the anime, Megumi can't use these guys until he's actually tamed them. So the dogs come... Oh, stay away. The dogs come naturally, but we need to actually defeat Nue in order to get him. So let's summon out Divine Dog White to help us. And you can see he's already jumping into battle there. Let's get attack. Oh, I missed. Nue's a little difficult because he's kind of hard to hit. Okay, we can get him up here. Oh, hit him with a good knockback. Oh, I got dodge there. Get him, dog, get him, dog. Come here, come here. Ow. I think I just punched my dog in the face. So this guy is definitely a challenge to do without... Okay, we got him. Oh, okay. That was a little rough. So we can see we got new Titan, and we became a semi-grade 2 sorcerer, but we forced to submit Nue. Nue is now under our control, which means if we summon Nue out for 250 cursed energy, you can see he doesn't attack me, and he's in fact attacking the dummy. You see he was doing 61.9 damage, which is crazy. Now, there's a lot of different ones in here. I will save them all for the next, or one of the next future videos. We can do a full showcase. You wanna see me do a video of trying to tame every single one of his things, including Maharaga, the 8-handled sword divergent sealed divine general? Let me know again in the comments and I'll do it. But the next guy we're going to test out is the one and only Satoru Gojo. As you can see, we're very drippy as Gojo, but if we scroll through his abilities, we have Curse Technique Labs Blue, Curse Technique Reversal Red, Hollow Purple, and that's it for now. If we do the regular attack, he does do 65 damage, so he's a little stronger there. But let's go ahead and test out some of his curse techniques here. Specifically, let's try the blue. All right, sheep, sorry to say, I'm gonna have to use it. Blue. Oh. That was just clicking it once, and it did this whole damage here and killed all of the sheep. That's crazy. But what's also crazier is that you can actually hold this. So if I hold my R key, or my U's, you can see it's doing different phases. If I let go, it's even bigger of a damage area. Like, look at that wide range attack, that's awesome. There's also a different variant to the blue technique, where if you hold shift while holding your curse technique, And I'm just gonna hold it all the way up to max power and let go. It actually does the spin around ability, so it spins blue around and destroys everything around you, just like he did in the anime. It's so awesome, guys. The next ability for Gojo is his curse technique reversal. So this ability here does not come with Gojo directly. You actually have to have the reverse curse technique level 1 in order to get that. If you remember before, I got that achievement because I almost died fighting that cursed spirit. And now I have the ability to not only heal myself, but use the curse reversal techniques. All right, one tap, 3, 2, 1, sorry pig. That is so cool. It just blasted this mountain and obliterated that pig. Let's actually go, I forgot we gotta have a test dummy. Let's see what we can do against this guy. Red. 182 damage for 500 curse power. That's insane. And it completely destroyed all that over there. But guys, that wasn't even the maximum of Gojo's power. Let's see what happens when we hold the reversal red phase. I can't even read that. And release. Not only did it do 271 damage to the poor dummy here, it blasted a hole all the way through this building? What? Guys, if you had this in a server and your friends were there, that would be massive destruction. And guys, that's not even Gojo's strongest ability. Similar to the reverse technique red, this is only unlocked after you get the reverse curse technique unlocked. Therefore, you do need to actually go out and fight someone in order to use it. Now, let's see what happens to the dummy. We might have to actually move him a little bit. I guess I can't move him. Let's see what happens when I use hollow purple. Whoa. 426 damage to the dummy. Not only that, this is the end of where it shot. From all the way over there. Through that building and into the mountain. Guys, this is not something to mess around with. And that wasn't even Gojo's strongest attack. Remember, we can charge these abilities. Let me place the dummy down. Sorry, dude. I don't think you're gonna live this one. Here we go. Hollow purple. Whew. It did 682 damage and blasted entirely through this mountain, all the way through. Look at how deep this thing is, guys. Oh my gosh. If there was other stuff here, it would have hit them, but it went up. Look. Instant tunnel through an entire mountain for only 1,000 curse power. Gojo does not mess around. And we're not done yet with Gojo. He still has 2 more abilities that we haven't unlocked yet. The last abilities for Gojo are only unlocked when you have the 6 eyes. If you don't know, from the anime, the 6 eyes is what lets Gojo use the full extent of his abilities, basically letting you control curse power at an almost molecular level. And to get the 6 eyes, we have 2 options. 1, you can just be born with it. There's a random chance that when you use the technique changer, you actually just get 6 eyes. You don't even have to be Gojo. So you could just be Itadori with 6 eyes, for example. The other way to get it is through one of these. This is called a Stevenson screen, and they're randomly spawned throughout the world. And when you kill one, it drops a random item. In this case, it drops Maharaga Blade. But the main thing we want to see from that is this, which is the Master 6 Eyes bubble. So when we right-click this guy, not only do we get the 6 Eyes achievement, we also get Infinity. Because Gojo can only use his Infinity ability when he has the 6 Eyes. That's just how it works. So right now we don't see anything different, but that's actually because I am wearing the blindfold. If I take the blindfold off, we can see he's actually glowing blue. We see his name, we see the health that he has, and if it was a dummy, for example this, we can see, we could also see what armor they have if they were wearing it. But this is one of the abilities of 6 Eyes. Now, if this gets a little annoying to you and you want to suppress it, you have 3 different options. And those options are the blindfold bandage, and the sunglasses. All of these, if you put them on, will stop the cursed energy. And I actually put them on him on accident, so let me just grab one of these bandages, boom. You can see the cursed energy goes away, and I can no longer see that information. You can also see from the 6 eyes what armor they're wearing. So if they're wearing some sort of cool armor, you're gonna be able to see it here. It also works for anything that they're holding in their hand as well. What are the other benefits of 6 eyes, you may ask? Well, for one, anyone who has 6 eyes also gets a 90% reduction in curse technique power. That means your abilities cost 90% curse power less to cast. So remember Hollow Purple costing 1,000? Hollow Purple cost 100 curse power. That's insane. We can basically spam this guy. Now, let me actually go over here because there is one other thing that I forgot about Hollow Purple, and that's the holding shift ability. So if I hold shift and hold Hollow Purple, and I let this go, it did a hollow nuke. It releases the Hollow Purple right where you are, and you can see I absolutely destroyed the side of this mountain and carved out an entire river, all for 100 curse power. But the last ability that the 6 eyes gives us is only for Gojo, and that's the ability to use his Limitless to its full potential. And I'm talking infinity. Now, this with 6 eyes cost 0 to use. If I hit the R key, we can hear a little effect, and we've got a little funny, fancy thing. But what this infinity does is make it so that I am untouchable. When I hit this button, we can see, none of these arrows are gonna touch me. In fact, I can walk right through them. If I just back up a little bit, they just fall down. Because I have the infinity on, none of these arrows or projectiles are gonna hit me. That's awesome. All right, so I've loaded up with a few other items. We're gonna hit the button. We can see it stops fireworks, it stops fireballs. The fireball is actually getting a little close to me. Let's see if it actually hits me. Nope, it just extinguishes. So I like that it kind of keeps its momentum just a little bit, but it's still not gonna hit me because I have infinity on. That's really cool, guys. This is awesome. Let's also see if it protects me against things like magma. Yep. Don't feel it. What about lava? Don't even feel it. I can sit in lava with this stuff on and nothing will happen. Let's see what happens when we fight the Wither. Oh, yes. You're not touching me, Wither. You're not touching me. Look at this. Isn't this just awesome? Let me teach you a lesson in power. Hollow Purple. And just like that, I killed the Wither in an instant and took no damage. Now we have one last ability for Gojo, and that's gonna end up our video. And that last ability is Domain Expansion, the peak of Sorcerer's abilities. To get that, we're gonna be using this Master Domain Expansion thing. If you want to know more about domain expansions and that stuff, we can do that in a separate video. Again, guys, leave comments down below what you want me to do on this mod. There's so much. But pretty much, I just right-click, now I have Mastered Domain Expansion. If we go through here, we can see we have Unlimited Void, 125 curse power because of the 6 eyes. So this is also really, really cheap. Hey guys, how are you? Watch this. Oh wait, am I supposed to hold it? You're supposed to hold it. Domain Expansion. Unlimited Void. Okay, that guy's getting hurt, but everyone else in here is frozen. They cannot move. I mean, you can push them, but they physically cannot move at all while in this domain. This domain lasts for 45 seconds, which means they're completely at my mercy. Isn't that awesome? Guys, if you want to see more of this for mod review in a different video, or see me actually play with some of these, let me know down in the comments and subscribe. I really want to go through all of these different ones, all the different curse spirits. There's so much more to get through. So guys, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, noob.